Hello everyone, welcome back to another Kraftgali design team project for this fun Saturday craft day. So we are going to be making a card with ink and dye. So we're not going to be doing much stamping except for the sentiment because I want to really optimize this beautiful die. So this is from Create Beautiful and it's called Bright Hearts. And there's lots of things you can do with this die. I'm just going to show you two examples of that today. But I'm going to cut it out in the middle of the cardstock here. I'm using regular 80-pound Nina. And then I'm going to die cut it right here at the top more. So we'll see why that's important in just a minute. Alright, so we're getting that out. Now I have to say this cuts very well. Beautiful die cut through my machine. No problems at all. I took this border die, this grass border die, and I had this leftover piece. And finally, my hoarding comes into an advantage because I just had this rando piece sitting off to the side. I grabbed it and I took out some Distress Oxide in Mowed Lawn and just put this onto my cardstock, the same cardstock that I die cut. So you can start to see what my thought process is here and what I'm going to do with this card. So I get that done and then I take out some other distress in Tumbled Glass and Salty Ocean, I believe, and I'm going to make a background for the sky. I'm using my makeup brushes here. They are my go-to blending tool from now on. I know that you've probably seen any video after I got them. You wouldn't see any of those round blending tools show up. I may find some use for them at some point, but anyway. I'm using my tonic glass mat as well. Haven't really talked about that much, but I did get it, and I absolutely love it. I held off for, what is it, a year now? And then I was like, okay, let me try it. And I really do like it. So it's, you know, not a necessary tool, but it's one of those likes. Or wants, rather, not likes. It's a want, not a must-have, in my opinion. So I took out some regular distress colors here. I'm working with Picked Raspberry and Wilted Violet, and I love the brightness of the regular distress line. I think it's great. So I used a paper towel to clean off my makeup brush, which is totally fine and works well. I'd like to use a microfiber cloth just so that I don't run the risk of getting any of those fibers. So although I'm showing you that, do as I say, not as I do, because I would rather use a microfiber cloth. So I sprayed that down with some shimmer spray, and here I'm showing you what that looks like. The camera never does it justice. In person, it is so much better. It looks like a completely glitterified, that's a word, background. So yeah, this is great. I'm hand drawing, stop the presses, hand drawing my stem here, which I can't believe I did. And of course I used pencil first, and then just using some alcohol markers to color that in. Super simple, nothing fabulous here. I like the hand-drawn look of the black line and then me going outside the lines. I thought that was kind of cool. And let's just go with that it was intended. Okay, I'm taking out my art glitter glue, and I like the precision tip on this, but any precision tip that you have will help you put this glue down. I'm just going to try to get into those spots where it'll hold it down all the way throughout this, quote, flower. I'm going to place down my background. Thank goodness I placed it down correctly because I don't even think I was paying attention. And then I have all those hearts off to the left-hand side. You could see in the video, those could be used for confetti. They could be used for embellishment, which we'll use here in a little bit. So just keep those before, figure out your card situation before you toss them. I took out, you saw that Avery L stamp set here for Happy Easter, and I took that sentiment out and just stamped that down. And then I'm taking some Nouveau Glaze, and I'm not going to show you the whole flower, but I am filling in each and every one of those hearts. I love this effect. I think it just adds so much to the card. I mean, it makes the card, in my opinion. And there we go. We've just made those pop up, essentially. Okay, moving on to the second card, I'm taking out some more distress in some rainbow colors. So here we have Candied Apple. And I'm using this stencil, or this as a stencil. I die cut it more in the center of the page so that I would have more area to work with as far as like masking goes. So I'm going down, this next one is Carved Pumpkin, and I kind of overlap the Candied Apple this first round. I do less overlapping as I move down the rainbow, which I kind of, it doesn't matter either way you do it, but you're going to see those hearts aren't going to match up perfectly. And I kind of like that. It looks kind of like kaleidoscope-ish. I'm going to take out mustard seed next. And make sure you clean off your brush really well if you're using the same brush, because you'll kind of start getting those blends of colors if you don't do that. I'm going to take out Lucky Clover next, and then I end with Mermaid Lagoon, I want to say. And that's going to give me, except for the purple, that's going to give me a nice rainbow effect moving down my images here. And I love the way that looks. So it's a die, but you can use it as a stencil. Let's not forget to use our dies as stencils. You can stretch your supplies. I'm going to cut that down, no big shock there, with the Lawn Fawn Rectangle Stitch Die. Now here, I picked this up at a home goods store. Check TJ Maxx, check those kinds of places, because it's a 3-tiered little holder, and it has all of my extra bits in it that I keep. So this top one has all sentiments. I love this organization tip because I keep it right by my desk. And then I could go back to those little pieces that I'm constantly saving but never using. So that's helpful for me. So I settled on this Paper Smooches stamp set here, which I had already previously cut or embossed a whole bunch. And it says, "Thanks for being so awesome." I'm going to take some of those hearts and use them as embellishments right around the sentiment. And then lastly, I'm going to put down some Neat and Tangled magic sequins right in the center of those flowers. Not doing too many more than that. And I'm going to place this down right here on some black cardstock. I feel like this is a very gender neutral card. It doesn't lend to be too girly or too masculine. So that's it. Here's some still shots of all the cards. Thank you so much for stopping by and for hanging out with us. We always enjoy hearing from you, so please comment below. And don't forget to head over to Kraftgali. She always has awesome stuff coming in and new products and really great prices, might I plug. So that'll do it. We will see you all in the next video. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.